Hello guys, here's just an update on my enclosed trailer that I picked up. Put it up on, what was it, YouTube, I don't know, a couple days ago. Anyways, just wanted to show my progress so far, how I've got it set up. This is probably, I don't know how many I've had, at least a half a dozen enclosed trailers in the past. I don't really have any set way, and the way I do it each time is a little different. This one had started with a bench on the right hand side here, and then it had this bench on the left hand side that I originally thought I might take it out. I decided that I think I'm going to keep it. There is plenty of room. It's, I believe, 54 inches between the bottom and the sidewall. The walker fits right in there. I could actually fit a couple of 46-inch walk behinds if I needed, but I'm using just the walker currently, so that's no problem. And I stuck this sign up here. I thought it might be a good idea when the gate's down, you know, once it's let it up and you got the gate down, if you're parked on the side of the street, somebody drives by or pulls up behind you waiting to get around you. I'm looking at that lower shelf is uneven in the back there. That's something I'm going to fix. Just noticed. I figured it'd be a good idea to put there. It was just laying around. I said, you know what, this fits right here. Let me stick it there. So it seems to work out good. But anyways, I'll just give you a little tour. So far, you know, keep in mind I will be adding to it. Any suggestions that you can think of would be great. You know, I have a lot of ideas of what I do want to have in here. I want to have a basic set of hand tools, you know, some more materials. I want to, you know, have grass seed and, you know, other bag materials that I believe is going to go down the bottom over here in this opening and be able to slide it on the floor. And, you know, a few other things, but for now I got quite a bit in here as it is. I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. This was just a hook. I got some, you know, tie downs, you know, you might need for anything. Pick up a piece of rental equipment, whatever you may have, some materials you might want to hold in. And I got the fire extinguisher here. Up top, I just got a couple of hooks set up with my pole saws. I just got a couple different variations of pole saws. One's a extended one, and one is the you know, separate poles that you can put together. I just picked that up. Probably gonna pick up another extension or two for that, and there'll be room on there to leave that there. And then I picked up this Buyers enclosed trailer rack. I've tried a bunch of different ones. They have fancy ones, they have, you know, crappy ones. This is I think it was like $120 for the whole set. It wasn't the cheapest one I could find, but it was relatively inexpensive. I do like it. The clips just spring-loaded. You just go ahead and of course I picked the wrong one to do. I picked the edger. Just go ahead and spring-load it there. And this side here is larger, so it accommodates the handle, which allows the trimmers not to, you know, to wobble around too much, which seems to be pretty good. Just bolted to the plywood wall. It was pretty easy. It came with hardware, so I'm happy with that. And I do have a good amount down the bottom here, floor space. There's really nothing in the way when I pull the walker in that I could hit, so that's, you know, a good arrangement there. Going down the wall here, I've got the attachments for, sorry my recording stopped there. I've got the attachments for the Power. I think it's the, I just picked it up, it's the new model, the Echo, what is it here, the PAS 2620. Got to figure out a way to mount that still. There isn't any room on the wall. It's just the head unit itself. But these are the attachments that I got for it so far. I've got the, you know, the power chainsaw, pole saw attachment, which is good. I've got the 3-foot extension to extend any of the tools that go with it. Of course, you wouldn't want to extend the trimmer or the edger unless you're 10 feet tall. But anything that you're reaching upwards, like the Hedge Clipper attachment that I have here, I contemplated getting the articulating one. I still may get it also, but I figured with this pole attachment and the reach, I might be able to get away with this. We'll see how it goes. I might add that in the future. It's not bad to have a couple of different attachments. They wear out less if you have a couple of different ones to use. Just got a tape measure here, just for any type of quick measurements I might need when I'm on the job. In this corner here, I built this little kind of bin. This is all stuff I just kind of had laying around. I didn't really plan this out. I just kind of went as I was going. I've got the wheelbarrow fits right in there. The way it is now, it's, you know, it's not really going to go anywhere. Wiggle wiggles around a little bit, but there's nothing really holding it in there. I could add a bungee or a clip or something if I needed to in the future, but so far so good. I think it's fine. I've got, you know, a variety of hand tools here. I stuck the rakes up high because all the, you know, I got a little mount for that. All the leaf rakes, if they were down the bottom, they take up so much room that they get all the other tools jammed up. So I raised those up and just let the handles go down there, which is a pretty good arrangement to be able to grab it really quick. And the other nice thing is you're gonna just go right in the side door. Don't actually have to go through the back, and it's you know, easy to grab. Just got some couple of pairs of loppers. Those are extendable ones. A couple of hand saws that, you know, you might need just for a quick branch. Got my Lesco spreader up here that's seen better days. I've had this thing for quite a while. It's not the stainless steel version, but it does work pretty good. You know, for the amount of stuff that I do with grass seed and whatnot. Bought a hose, just nice to have. You know, if you're watering some plants, whatever, a customer, it might be beginning of the season or end of the season, and the customer puts their hose away, you're not able to use it, whatever the case may be. I've got my Thatcher attachment for the walker. Don't really need to carry this in the trailer at all times. I guess I could put it away in the shop. It's only about a month a year that I even use this, mostly just in the spring. But we'll see how it goes. If I don't need the space, it can stay in here, and it's out of harm's way. It's kind of awkward to store no matter where I put it. Down below here, I've just got some gas cans. I picked up one of those, what are they? Yeah. No drip or some brand name on them. Oh, no spill gas can. Haven't used it yet. Don't know how that goes. I just got some variety of mix and some string. I got to get a big roll of string. I ran out last year and just ran to a hardware store and picked up some of this garbage. I'm probably going to add, I've got a ton of gas cans everywhere. I'll probably add some more in here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do to kind of hold things down. I'm not really going to go anywhere, but I'd like everything to be, you know, really spill proof and whatnot. If I was to jam on the brakes or get in an accident situation, things wouldn't go flying. But for now, they're just going to kind of sit there. We'll see how they go. Coming across the shelf here, I got a still HS45 Hedge Clipper I bought a year or two ago. Not really too happy with that. I bought it because at the time I had this still backpack blower, or hand blower, I'm sorry, and it seemed pretty good. It turns out as soon as I bought the Hedge Clipper, I was never really happy with it. It never ran that great. It's okay. I've got this old, I think it was a Sears Craftsman I've been using for 5 or 6 years. It just keeps running. It works great. So between the two of them, it kind of takes care of what I need, and now I've got this new attachment too, which I can do some of the taller stuff. So I've got backups of everything there. I've got just a small chainsaw in there. I think it's a, I'm not even sure what brand it is. Oh, Echo's old school saw. I don't do much tree work, but what I do that works out fine, so I have that. I'm probably going to get something bigger too, just to be able to chop up some logs if I need to. And again, down here is the power attachment for the attachments that I have over here. Like I said, this blower, I don't know what it is. It's some type of easy start system, but the recoil, there's a little clip and a spring setup. It's like 2 springs inside of there. It's a really weird setup, and I used it for the first month. It was fine, and then I pulled it and the rope stuck out. I went in and replaced the spring all bent up. It did it again. I replaced all the pieces that were in there. It did it again. I ended up going in myself and kind of looked around, and I added a little spacer to try to take up some clearances that was never in there for the factory. And since then, it's been fine for about a season now. So I'm not sure what it is, but I don't have too much faith in that blower and that recoil system. I don't know if any of you guys had any similar issues with that, but in my opinion, it's a bad design. But up on the top shelf here, I got the spreader. As I said, I got the Husky backpack blower that I've been using, I think, 2 seasons now. It's been pretty good. I got the 570. I know they have the 580. It's a little more powerful, a little heavier, a little, you know, $50 more. I was going to buy the bigger one, but I didn't want people to, you know, fight over who has what, and I figured it's just easier to keep the same. I've been happy with that blower, so I picked up another one here to match. So I just got that recently along with the power attachment deals. So I got a couple of backpack blowers up there. They're just kind of sitting there right now. They're not really going to go anywhere. They're not gonna slide around a little bit, but that's about it. Over here I got the couple of sprayers I got just for weed killer and selective weed killer. I've got them bungeed in so they can't go anywhere, and I just got the spray nozzles just sitting on the shelf here. It's kind of nice because it's almost like it's up on the wall, like you might have it mounted up on the wall, but it's also got the shelf in front of it, so you know, if you need to put anything here or slide it forward or whatever, so it works out really good. Down here I have more space that I can add stuff. I'm assuming I'm going to get some tools and whatnot. Under here I've got my cut-off saw for doing paver work. I do quite a bit of that. I'd like to get a plate compactor also, which I think is a good thing I could slide right under here. Might keep that on the trailer. We'll see if I can find one of those. For now, underneath I just got a jack stand, a couple of jack stands, just cheapy, and a jack and a air tank. A couple of chains if I need to pull anything. Like I said, these are just things I've thrown in there for now. I've got another empty shelf here. That's for my Fisher Plow. I'm not sure why that's in there. Up on this shelf I've got a couple of bins. I'd like to get maybe a few more. They're nice because there's a lot of little parts. You can take them out of the shelf and carry them over to what you're doing. I do have a ton more of irrigation stuff. This is just kind of an odds and ends irrigation box right now. I'm going to keep some of my main things on there, you know, adjusting keys, heads, that type of stuff, and kind of keep that full, and then you know, have boxes probably down below of stock of other stuff that I do. And then up here I just got a couple of cones for setting up when you're on the job. So again, I like this shelf. I was trying to decide whether I was going to keep it or not. I think it's going to work out fine. Actually, now that I look at it, I don't think I would have built anything too differently. Plenty of room still in there if I wanted to pack stuff in. I've already got pretty much everything I need in here now, besides, you know, extra things that'll be nice to have. And you know, looks pretty good. I think I'm going to put maybe a drink cooler or something on this door here. I might not even do that, I don't know, but I'm definitely going to put a trimmer line set up, you know, with the cutters and the trimmer spool. So I'll get some type of bracket. I'm not sure if I'm going to make something or buy something yet for that, but it would be nice just to be able to grab it on that side door, you know, when you're restringing any of the heads here. So, and yeah, everything fits in good. I just got some pipe here that I screwed to the wall to hold those attachments. You know, all pretty much low budget but effective stuff that's going to hold everything in good as it's driving around. And that's about it. A little update on the truck. I've got the ladder set up here because I'm trying to fix that roof vent that's up there. I'm trying to find out exactly what brand it is so I can order the right one. It's kind of a crack. I can't see it from here, but it's got a crack in it, and I want to fix it. I did, however, repaint the tongue of the trailer. It was kind of rusty. If you look in the previous video, I just did a quick sand, you know, masked off the things that you want to keep and gave it a little gloss black paint job, as well as the hitch on my truck, the hitch itself and the ball attachment. I went ahead and just threw a nice coat of paint on there just so it's not rusty looking. A couple of things I've done in the truck. I showed you the stereo in one of my last videos. I did set up my iPad stand, which is basically just bolted down underneath this rubber little floor mat deal in there, or not floor mat, I guess it's a compartment mat. This is a nice adjustable mount. I think it was $30 on Amazon. So I've got it set up with I'm not going to put my my company information on there because there'll be customer names guaranteed. And I got this, which was a house charger. It's a I converted it so it has magnets inside, and it holds my phone, which I am videotaping with right now, so I can't put it in. But it basically just sits up there. It's got a little magnet that holds it, and it also charges it. I've got a cord connected in the back that goes through a little hole inside the cubby, and that connects into the radio's USB. So there's basically charging with no wires of my phone, with no, you know, I just drop it in there and it sits there and charges, and pick it up in between lawns because I'm usually using my phone when I'm on the mower and with my headphones and whatnot. So it's nice to be able to have that. And I'll take a walk around and show you the mount from the other side. It's pretty much all I've done to the truck so far. Still a ton of things I need to do. I'm going to start the lettering process probably this afternoon. But here is, move this water out of the way, but there's